All right. Hey guys, it's Adrian Zaw, and today we're testing out the multicam and multi-platform streaming services that Zaw Studios is really diving into. I'm your host, Adrian Zaw, and executive producer here at Zaw Studios. We got everything set up and the whole shebang. We got 5 cameras, well, 4 cameras and a laptop. And what we're going to do is we are going to make sure that everything is first running live on Facebook. And so let's just dive into it, as Phil DeFranco would usually say. Today's broadcast is not brought to you by kombucha probiotics, because that's good for you, and definitely not in any way connected with Starbucks, because this is just my sandwich, and my dessert is Rice Krispie treats. But what I did want to say is use this opportunity to connect with you guys, whoever's even available to even talk or watch this thing, and really get a chance to answer questions regarding business, life, how this all got started, and where everything is going. And you know, whether you're aspiring to do what you love doing, whether it's making videos, building businesses, or just having a good old time living life. Because once again, what I like to say is, you know, with Zaw Studios, starting this business about 5 years ago, it was a lifestyle decision. It wasn't necessarily with the intent in mind of an exit strategy where, you know, you make a ton of money and then you sell the company. It was more of, how do I elevate my lifestyle, as Rudy Kasuma of Titanium Real Estate Network usually would say. How do I elevate my living standards and my lifestyle, and how do I give more, help more people? And what I discovered was that by learning new resources or learning new skills, that you can really be an amazing contributor to society. So with Zaw Studios being created about 5 years ago, it was a reactionary thing on figuring out how to help more people, how to teach more people. And there's a lot of things that I can share with you guys. I mean, I have my laptop right here. We can look at a couple of content and videos. But also, since everything is running well on Facebook, what I can also... Lindy! Oh, thank you guys so much for joining. And what's the beauty of Facebook Live is the fact that you guys can chime in, talk, and I can engage with you guys. Thank you, Lindy, for chiming in. We missed you here at Zaw Studios. Lindy is not just an adorable, beautiful friend of ours, but she always comes out to our charity headshot sessions and takes part. Looks like we're good on Facebook Live, as well as YouTube Live. What we wanted to do today was showcase how we can go live on both platforms, not just Facebook, but also YouTube at the same time, because they're completely different demographics. Where Facebook allows your network to really shine in, YouTube gives an open invitation to anybody. Now, there's pros and cons to both. Obviously, with YouTube, anyone can chime in, anyone can comment, even trolls. Whereas Facebook, you're held to certain standards and sense of integrity. So that's the challenges. Now, I'm going to go back and I'm going to look into how the Facebook streaming is doing, just because I'm not quite sure. I mean, YouTube streaming is doing, because I'm not quite sure if the lag is substantial. But regardless, everything looks like it's going well, and we have a couple of viewers. So a couple of topics that we want to cover today. You know, I've been thinking about this a lot, and there's this conflict inside of me as far as to what do I really want to share online, and what do I want to, well, kind of keep secret as a business trade secret or talking person. Obviously, I'm a big fan of not complaining. I don't know, promoting. How would you call that? Christian's in the background helping with the back analytics, but I'm a big fan of not complaining, but I'm also a big fan of sharing experiences, especially when it comes to business, because I wasn't raised with any business mentorship or education. Once again, college dropout. But what I did get to do was do my own form of research, and through experience, trial and error, like most entrepreneurs, learn what works and what doesn't. So a couple of the topics that I am eager to cover are things like, how do you get paid as a freelancer? What do you do when you don't get paid? How do you deal with net 13s? Because, you know, we have this policy at Zaw Studios. You know, net 13s are so bad; they're like a taboo. You know, net 13s or net 30s mean technically net nevers, because you're going to have to chase for those funds. And how do you go around that? And I've had some amazing mentors teach me Cheers to probiotics, by the way. And I did shave off the dirty Sanchez because I got really sick of it and it was just grossing me out. After that porn stash comment, I was like, no, it's all good. Okay, so let me show you guys quickly what we can do as far as playing some videos. We have had an amazing internship with a couple of people, Rain to Naomi, really come to the table, bring an incredible attitude, also quality talent. We did this one little piece a while back ago. With Zaw Studios, we want to talk about speed, quality, mobility, and we want to talk about how it's important not to just have, it's not about having all the resources, but it's about being resourceful. Working with what you have. I mean, we're shooting on little cheesy Canon camcorders, but the quality is not that bad. You know, it's 1/10 the value of the big broadcast TV videos, but still. I also got a wireless or radio, so I can talk to my colleagues behind it, and they can tell me, or they could whisper sweet nothings in my ear while I do this broadcast. So anyways, I'm going to open this up, and I'll let Kirsten know when it's ready to roll. This is something that we put together last minute as a test to showcase that you don't need that much time to put something decent together. Hey, Anime. Oh my God, Anime Rodriguez with her amazingly talented daughter. We may even see a peek of that again. Some of these amazing listing videos that we did. Hey, Carol, thank you for shining in. Carol Arias, phenomenal Kung Fu Master. I miss you guys. I've been crazy, not busy, but just being occupied with my time. Anyways, we did this in about 3 hours or less, right? And what we used was a DJI Osmo X5, and let's just get into it.
I'm Naomi, thanks for watching. That was Can't Help Falling in Love by Elvis Presley. See you next time.
She's absolutely adorable. That's Naomi Silver. Huge thanks to her mom Sherry for recommending her. I'm actually going to eat lunch now, guys. This isn't really professional. But then again, we're just doing this as a test. I got this brand new sandwich. It's bacon and eggs. I used to be a big fan of the bacon egg bites from Starbucks because they're small. But after like a few weeks, I can't stand it. It tastes like foam. So I gave this a try, and it's just eggs and meat. Want to come in on a close-up? Oh, she's got her hands full. There you go. This is bacon and meat. Anyway, and the eggs. Talk about a wholesome breakfast. Okay. All right.
Hi, Ashley.
Let's change up the pace. Switch cameras. Kirsten's eating her lunch too, and she totally forgot to shift the cameras around. You know.
I am.
Oh, it's okay. No worries. So we have a couple of setups. So I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to walk you guys through before any topic discussions. But if you want to, hey, Ashley Dow, thank you for tuning in and hanging out with us. We're going to go to camera one. I'm going to show you what camera one looks like. Oh, it's Michael Y. Jacobson. Dr. Jacobson is my favorite dentist from the West Side. I'm so stoked. It's like, we'll show you some footage of what we did before, but you know what? Actually, I wonder if I can pull that up right now. No, I don't think I have it in here on my on the queue, but we did some amazing dental promo videos, and it was just phenomenally fun to work with that. Hi, Barbie. Barbie, phenomenal. Well, anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for shining in. We're doing this camera test, so we're going to show you guys camera one. There's 4 cameras that we set up. We can have more, up to 8 camera sources. But let's look at camera 1, and then that's camera 1. That's camera 2. It's another wide, so we can have a 2-person conversation. And camera 3 is my fat face close-up. Oh, my camera 3 is just another angle. I could make that a little close-up, but obviously it's 2 people running this show right now. And then camera 4, now that's my fat face close-up. Probiotics. Now, I was warned not to drink all of it because it is 2 servings. Say that again? Oh, yeah. Alrighty, so let's look at this test shoot that we did with Monday Motorbikes. We're super excited. I'm going to roll this clip again. And once again, it's featuring our intern Naomi, who actually helped put this together. So good for her. And here we go. Oh, that's Christian Hubble. Now we used our Inspire 1, and these are Monday Motorbikes. They're phenomenal bikes. We're going to be working on an amazing promo shoots coming up, and that's Naomi. Fully electric. You don't need a license to ride these, and that's really the beauty. And this is some behind the scenes that we do and test shoots. All right. Okay, guys. So let's go back. Okay, there's so much stuff that I want to cover, and once again, like I said, I'm kind of conflicted because part of me doesn't want to necessarily rant, but part of me also wants to share some business experiences and maybe hopefully help others who are, in the same plight. If you're watching this and you're figuring out, okay, if you have a 9 to 5 and you don't like your job and you want to pursue a job that allows you to do what you love, I'm a big fan of that. I'm not about, being a millionaire or billionaire. I'm about living free. And freedom, it's so cliche. Freedom isn't free. Obviously, you're going to have to work with blood, sweat, and tears. And although the first 2-3 years may be grueling with 18-hour days doing odd jobs, I promise you, at the end of the tunnel, you're going to live a lot more fulfilled life with purpose. And 1 second, Christian just gave me the death stare. Oh, okay. She's facing out. It does have its challenges. Obviously, when we don't quite have a day off necessarily, it's like the saying that goes, if you do what you love, it's not that you won't be working a day in your life. You'll be working all the time, because even if we're not being hired for a job, we're pretty much sharpening our skills, trying to figure out how we can be a better service to our clients and investigate new technology. The point of Zaw Studios in the end is not so much that we just do video, drones, or whatever, but what we really want to do is help businesses grow, help individuals find their passions and do what they love. Were you saying something? Oh, camera 1. Okay, you gotta whisper it to me ear though, because I'm not even looking at you. So that's nice though. We should practice that. Anyways, guys, once again, we're completely doing this improvisationally, doing a dry run and working out the kinks as far as communication goes. So if she wants me to go to camera 1, she'll whisper in my ear. All right, and we can go to camera 3. So she whispered that in my ear, and there you go. It takes a bit of practice to do what you do here, but it's all extremely important. If you have a service, if you have a small business, there's really 2 things, as Tony Robbins says, in being successful or at least sustaining. And that is, if you have a small business, there's 2 things to really, or big business, is 2 things. 1 is innovation, and 2 is marketing. Aside from accounting, that's a very important thing, keeping your numbers in check. But innovation, meaning that whatever it is you do, whether you're a dancer, a musician, a filmmaker, a dentist, a doctor, whatever it is, you're innovating so that you're providing the best service and you're bringing more value to the marketplace than anybody else. That's just hands down. You got to innovate. You got to reinvent yourself. You got to stay on top of the trends. Constantly learning new things, whether it's the pinhole surgical technique, which is a phenomenal procedure that helps gum recession, or you're a cosmetics, dentist surgeon like Dr. Jacobson in Beverly Hills, who is passionate about bringing smiles, or your IQ Laser Vision that wants to bring vision and education to the community, and also like IQ Vision does, they have an amazing give back program on a monthly basis, and they're just changing lives for the better. And that's really one of the beauties that I love. Of doing what I do is I get to learn all these different businesses and marketing and innovation. So innovation, how do we do what we do better? For Zaw Studios, it's about producing content quicker, more affordably, more efficiently, and giving the power of content creation to the masses, to the community. It's not about how much profit we can bring in. It's not about how we can entice investors. Obviously, this whole business is not run with investments. I don't have any loans. A lot of this is basically reinvested. Whatever we do, any projects, I reinvest that fund into the overhead. And it's a massive overhead that I've accumulated over the years, and resources so that we can provide better content for our clients. So innovation, going back, is doing what you do better. And that's all you. That's you studying. The second thing is marketing. And marketing isn't just a sales pitch. And I want to really dive into the whole fact of what is marketing and why it's so taboo, and why a lot of small business owners have a hard time coming to terms with marketing. I mean, marketing is, in its purest form, letting people who need to know the services that you provide, getting in touch with them, letting them know that you provide them. I mean, marketing is absolutely important, and I'm not talking about bragging, and I know that's the taboo. A lot of these clients that I do tend to talk with are a little shy about putting their face out there, talking about what they're passionate about, talking about the services and the benefits that they bring on. And that's not something you should be afraid of. I mean, if you were, let's say for example, you were an innovator and you invented something that could save the lives of countless millions, but you're just like, oh, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to promote it because that's going to make me sound so conceited. No, see, that's absolutely wrong. If you have a value to bring to society, and that's every single entrepreneur out there, every single legitimate business, if you're bringing value to society, you should not at all be ashamed of marketing your services. And there are so many ways to market. There's so many right ways, there's so many wrong ways, but in the end, it's going to come down to what's the result. You know, for Zaw Studios, we're not just making video and saying, here you go, this is the video that you want. We're really interested in making sure whatever content that you create gives you the result that you intended. You know, if you have a marketing campaign and you want great engaging context with amazing testimonials that resonate with your target demographic, then that's the type of business that we're in. The video, the virtual reality, that's just a means to an end, and the end is making the small business more profits, or getting better results, or helping more people. That's our ultimate goal, is making sure that you get the results that you want, and the budget is, you know, reflective of the ROI. So if you're investing, say for example, $1,000, we want to make sure that you get back at least $10,000. You know, that's pretty much the basic of our pitch, is that I would actually tell you not to produce certain things if it doesn't give you the profit. So we have been, you know, sort of avoiding vanity projects, and vanity projects are projects that are self-serving, that doesn't necessarily do anyone any justice, but it's just, you know, it's low budget or whatever. So there are certain things that we get to say no to, and that's really one of the pleasures of working for yourself, or working as an entrepreneur, or working as a freelancer. I love to talk and discuss about company culture. And company culture means, you know, how do you build a team that is loyal to you? How do you build an associate partnerships that are loyal to you? And I have really strong opinions about that. It comes down to integrity and respect. and I love to cover a lot of these topics, as well as having an interview discussion session. But I'd love to hear from you. I want to know if you're a freelance entrepreneur or a freelance videographer, what are some of the challenges that you face in your startup that you learn from, and also if you have any questions on how to get started yourself, how to avoid net 30s, how to collect, how to resolve disputes, and how to present budgets properly. For a lot of my clients, people I haven't worked with, one of the challenges that I face is the discussion of how do you budget projects. Here's an example. Client A comes to me and says, Adrian, I want a video, I want a commercial. How much? And I think that a lot of videographers, I can't even speak. I think a lot of videographers do face that same issue where they do what they do. They are phenomenal content creators. But when a client comes to them and says, hey, I love what you do, how much? It's hard to answer that. And for those who are eager or curious about creating content or marketing material for yourself, I like to use this analogy since it's kind of easy to relate with. As a video producer, we kind of tend to see ourselves as event planners or wedding planners, for example. If someone says, hey, I want a wedding, how much? We can go one of two ways. We can go with, well, how much budget do you have? If you have a $5,000 budget, then that means I can put together a $5,000 wedding. Just like a video production, if you have $5,000 and that's all the budget that you want to invest in this particular project, then that's perfectly fine. We'll try to figure out what we can maximize with $5,000 with a script and seeing what's possible and what's not possible. Because obviously the context is what's going to dictate the project, and that's partly what we need to get across to a lot of the clients that we want to help. It's that if your concept requires an exploding car or a trip to Fiji, then that's going to need to be estimated and provided in. It's not like a product where we have this same kind of content product and all the elements are the same. So if your elements are different, if you have a script, that's one way. So set a budget that you want to keep within and then figure out how to get creative to accomplish what you want. So, but the second option of creating content is basically price shopping. So that means coming up with your script and then breaking it down. So if your script is, let's say, a 1-minute promo, a 2-minute promo, and you can list out all the actors that are needed, all the locations, all the crew members, all the types of cameras, and then you can equate how much the food's going to cost. Then you can come up with an answer. But it is really difficult to blindly come up and ask, hey, I want this awesome movie, how much is it going to cost? Every movie has a different price range. Every promo, every video, every content has a different price range. So those are the two things when it comes to content creation that I love to really dive into. These are just samples, by the way. We're really just fixing and working with the cameras, and all I am doing right now is filibustering some of these ideas while I'm having lunch to discuss. But in the meantime, I want to play you guys another video. All I'm going right now is I'm working on a couple of segments. Oh, Kirsten, you did a beauty makeover. Oh, there it is. Kirsten Hubble cuts her hair. Want to watch that one? Okay. All right. I'm just gonna show you how I can just say, look, I'm gonna queue up the video right here, and I can play it on cue, and let's just dive into it. And whatever it is that you want to play, we can type in. Into better looking person than was before episode with Adrian Zaw and Kirsten Hubble. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this head and we're gonna make it more bootyful, right? That's the goal. What we're gonna do is we're gonna cut this off right here. And to help me, by the way, is Bonnie Hui. Bonnie, let's get this fashion makeover started. Starring these guns. Okay, these guns.
I'm going to shave my head now. Off camera, we parted the area that we are going to shave, and I have a mirror over here. Just going Yeah, go for it, I guess.
Oh.
No turning back now, guys! That's a start. I could just leave it like this. And I'm in no means a hair stylist at all. I have done my own hair currently, but I'm just doing this because, I don't know, I thought I could. And I don't have like the, you know, the actual size
Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm
do
going
the
to fast forward real quick. Oh, there's Bonnie. To where she starts to cut. Wow, that is awesome and brave. Super cool. Okay, cool. Let's go back.
Reveal. Hello, world. This is my head.
Okay, cool, guys. So, what we're doing is basically showing you how to run content from your laptop, play audio. We have a couple of setups. We have an external mic, hard mic. I have a lavalier mic on. And then we're just testing an auxiliary cable, and we're figuring out that it's mono, and it's left and right, so it's playing music, but not necessarily the audio. And yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you to our friends who shined in today, who joined us. We covered a slew of topics, just random thoughts on top of my head, and we got to run a couple of the audio tests back and forth, and we're completely streaming both on YouTube and Facebook at the same time. So if you guys have a message that you guys want to take part, or if you love what you see and you want to create your own in-house studio, we're happy to build it for you, teach you how to make it, and teach you how to run it, because we're invested in your success. And that's really how we run our business, is we want to make sure we give more than we take, and your success is our success, truly and genuinely. Thank you guys so much for shining in. My name is Adrian Zaw, the producer, the janitor, whatever, of Zaw Studios, and I'll see you guys around. Thank you once again to Tiffany, Barbie, Joso, and Michael, and Ashley for all shining in. I hope I haven't missed anyone else. Danny Nguyen, thank you for watching. And everyone else, have a great day. Stay cool out there, and I'll see you guys next time.